Hello, welcome. Let me do a bit of housekeeping before we, get into the video. One of the things that I do is to help startup leaders and solo entrepreneurs who suffer setback and they kind of struggle to start all over. You see, I help them to, what you have to understand when you suffer a setback, most of the time, you find yourself stuck, you find yourself discouraged, you find yourself plagued with self-doubt. So I come in to help them to reclaim their ability to flourish again, through their challenging circumstances. You see, what you have to understand that this group of people, and that includes me, when you have this sort of setback, you struggle with shame. I struggled with shame. I struggled with loss of confidence. And also I feared, repeating mistakes, and self-doubt, where came in, self-pity came in. And when you are struggling with all these things, they actually stand in the way of your, of your bouncing back, in the way of your starting all over. Okay, so when I did the last video on the 4 no one talks about, so it's going to be a series of videos how to bounce back strong, rising from a setback. Okay, so let's now get on with today's video. Okay, today's video is the aftershock. The aftershock of emotional aftershock. Okay, all right. So, okay, my dear solo entrepreneur, my dear startup leader, you have, the dust has settled. You suffered a setback. The dust has settled. The pitch is over. The launch has failed. Yes, that's the reality. It has failed. Your inbox has gone very quiet, and now comes the emotional aftershock. Now comes the emotional aftershock, my friend. It hits like in waves, Shame. First shame will come, self-doubt will come, self-pity will come, and they keep coming. And this isn't just about what went wrong. This is about what you think you have become because it went wrong. I don't know if you can get that. Okay. All right. Welcome to CEEJAYCEES Motivation. We are committed, always committed to helping you to have the right mindset, that will empower you to get more, do more, achieve more, and to be more. This is, what we try to do. So let's dive into the stuff, that we have for today. Let's just dive in. Okay, first of all, you identify the pain. It's important to identify the pain. Let's be honest here. You are not just disappointed that things didn't go well. You are embarrassed. Okay? You don't want, sometimes you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to talk to friends. You try to avoid the social media. You try to, you try to avoid LinkedIn and all the rest of them. You see, when you even cringe when people ask you, so how is the business? You cringe. I know when I don't like people, they know that something went wrong, and they will come the other way around and start asking you, how is the business? Some people will know that you've gone through a divorce, where they come, they see you. Instead of saying, sorry, I heard what happened, they will ask you, how is family? So we have people that way. And, when people ask me, oh, how is the business? Even the business as everything is fine, just to get rid of them, yeah, okay. So, while all those things are happening, you're cringing when people ask you how is business. At the same time, shame is whispering to you, you have failed. Everyone knows about it. You have failed. Self that is saying, oh, do you know you were never caught for this? You were not caught out for this. That is what self-doubt will be telling you. And at the same time, self-pity comes with that quiet voice, with that quiet voice tempting you to give up. He will tell you, well, what's the point of trying again? You failed the first time. What's the point of trying again? You see, these, voices, they just don't slow you down. They actually paralyze you if you let them. They don't just slow you down, they paralyze you if you let them. Okay, let me tell you a story here. I worked with someone, this person really bootstrapped their dream, where they were doing it solo, trying to get everything started. They worked nights, where they skipped weekends, ignored the doubts, when I walk, and after months of building, now I can, as I'm saying it now, I'm picturing the whole thing. After months of building, they finally launched, but no one showed up. Not the service users, not even their close friends. No one showed up. You see, for weeks, where they didn't want to open, where their laptop or their computer to do any work. They were not interested, In fact, they told me that it wasn't just the failure that hurt. It was the feeling that they were the failure. You see, it wasn't just that, the failure that hurt, that the feeling that, oh, actually, I am the failure. You see, that their, worth had disappeared with the last invoice or the last voice, the last, they kind of felt, that way. But I will never forget what they said. I didn't need someone to fix the stuff for us. We just needed someone to tell us that we weren't crazy for feeling that way. Okay, here is the truth here. It is okay to feel ashamed, my dear entrepreneur. It is okay to feel ashamed. It is okay to feel embarrassed. It is okay to feel heartbroken. It is okay to feel stuck. But it is not okay to believe that this moment defines you. It is not okay. You see, shame survives in silence. Self-doubt thrives in isolation. How about self-pity? Oh, it fades the moment you reconnect with your strength. Yeah, it fades the moment you reconnect with your strength. So you are allowed to feel it off. Yeah, it's okay to feel the way you're feeling, but you are not required to stay stuck there. You are not allowed to remain like that way forever. Okay, here are a few action steps I want to give you here. Here is a powerful tool to clear the emotional fog that comes with a setback or a failure in your business, in your endeavor, in your projects. You see, first of all, name what you are feeling, but you have to separate it from who you are. What you're feeling is not who you are. Write this down. Right now, I feel ashamed, but I am not shamed. Right now, I feel like a failure, but I am not a failure. Right now, I feel stuck, but I am not done. You see, you have to, when you name the feeling without claiming it as your identity, you start to take your power back. You start to take your power back. Okay, all right. So you don't need to snap out of it. It doesn't, I have been there. It doesn't work overnight. You can, that feeling will still linger. That feeling will still be there. So you just don't snap out of it just overnight. You don't snap, you don't need to snap out of it because it doesn't happen overnight. You have to walk through it. You just need to walk through it one step at a time. One honest truth at a time. You are not weak for feeling wrecked. No, you are not weak. You are human. Did you get that? You are not weak for feeling wrecked. You are human. You see, the fact that you are still here, the fact that you are still listening, the fact that you're still breathing, the fact that you're still trying to understand what went wrong, that is not failure. That is actually resilience. Do you understand that? That is actually resilience. In the next video, we will go deeper. Last week we looked at the 4 that no one talks about, and this week we are looking at the emotional aftershock. Okay, so next week we are going to go deeper. We will talk about the hidden enemies. We'll talk about isolation, comparison, the trap of measuring, your life against someone else. We're going to talk about many of those things. But today, I want you to remember, my friend, that you are not broken, but you are evolving. You are becoming. You are not broken. You are evolving. You are becoming. I say it again. You are not broken. You are evolving. You are becoming. Okay, my friend, if you have enjoyed this video, show your support by liking and subscribing for more motivational content. Please comment and let me know what setback did you suffer? How did you feel about it? How are you coming out of it? And I want to thank you for watching. And there are videos showing on the screen right now. You can click on any of them and enjoy. And I thank you. I'll see you in the next video. And bye for now.